So, today I am joined with the infamous I Am Cam.
Hi.
And so he's joined me here today for two reasons. One being royalty-free music. Other craft channels, you've seen them. You've been on YouTube Shorts. They constantly have some type of royalty-free music. And I got a plug, so I'm going to take advantage of that. Don't mind the rain. It may be in the audio. It's stormy outside.
Let them thunder, for I am lightning!
So that's also why later on in the craft you'll see we're using and just adapting to what we've got here due to the current conditions.
You improvise, you overcome, you adapt.
I'll explain that later. But right now, the first reason is royalty-free music. There's going to be a list here. Now, reason B being he is the whole purpose of today's video. We're going to be making a Webpack form. What's a Webpack? It's web plus pack, Webpack. And what's that I just did? A meme format. You're welcome. Now, last year we went to Metropolis, and yes, rude place. I know. I'm surprised. No Gotham City though. Should be in Jersey. Canonically, it is. Now, here, editor, don't make me look dumb.
Got him! Got him!
Now, here is going to be a picture of Cam, and he was Spider-Man, the homecoming look, and so we're going to have it be Spider-Man themed, hence the drip. And so he's going to have the Webpack so that way it fits, and it's just easier to have something that is themed with the cosplay so that way it doesn't stand out, and it's also not going to be super bulky like a regular backpack would be. So that's what we're going to be working on here today.
Yeah. Cam.
Alright, so right now I'm just getting myself organized and tracing a circle around so that way I can put it on the back for the backpack, so that way all your stuff isn't falling out. You have something to, keep it held in there. I'll show later how to attach that. And now I'm sanding it down so that way it takes the paint and glue easier. I don't know exactly what grit would be best for this. I sort of just worked with what I had, and sometimes you just had to do that. Yeah, to adapt. And now I'm adding paint. Well, I was just blowing up gloves like a balloon, but I'm adding paint and painting that so that way you don't see the red, because some of it is, most of it will be covered when you put the string on, but just so that way it has the under layer so that way none of it is seen. Right now I'm showing the edges because I didn't, when I hot glued it onto the bowl, I didn't have it lined up perfectly, so I'm just showing where I'm going to hot glue to have it be a tighter fit. And you could use any glue that, has a good solid hold.
Hey, y'all knew something was coming. Don't act like you didn't.
Yeah, and again, I was just pointing out that it's on the edge there, and that it's a pretty sturdy hold when I press down on it. Now it's just showing the current stage. Just reading the instructions. You need some cardboard. Got this out of the pizza box. Cut the side. What pizza box? Rosati's. But you can use, other brand like pub style. Oh, that's a spoiler there. But I'm gonna use this because according to the instructions, you need a thing to stir it in, and not to use metal. So it says cardboard. I'm using pizza cardboard, and I'm gonna use the little holster thing that it had holding the epoxy to stir it into. So you just snap that off and stir it because it's 2 parts. And then these parts you can use as the lid. Alright, and now I am dipping the string in white acrylic paint. And yes, you could and probably should just use regular white string, but as you can see I only have a finite amount. And you know, I didn't really feel like going to the store because I wanted to focus on the project. And so I just tried adapting with what I had and showing that I'm going to be wrapping it around and dipping as I go along. Don't do that. Just buy white string. Don't be cheap like I was.
Listen, you cross-ages cheapskate! Squidward's been living at my house, driving me crazy, and you're not gonna hire him back all because of a stupid dime! What's that?
And this, another thing to not be cheap with, is epoxy. Buy more of it if you're going to use it, and practice with it more than I did, because I had no familiarity with it, so it didn't stick too well. So I will be relying heavily on hot glue. And you see the process if you just wrap it around continuously. Try not to make it where it's all at once, so that way it has a bit of a pattern. Right there was a cameo. And now I'm adding hot glue to stick it down because the epoxy didn't work great. And Cam over here being a toilet paper roll holder with the string, because I did not until later find out the better way to hold the string down. And this is just showing what it looks like after, you know, the first initial layer. Still got to do a few other layers.
And this is where I'd put a trophy. If I had one! Sorry, lost the happy, but the happy's back!
Yeah, so sorry about that. Yeah, so it turns out, don't double click when you are trying to record. So what happened was I went to hit record, but it was recording, and so now there's just something that is lost chunk. But I'll just summarize what happened. I used string and decided against the dipping process because that was very messy and it took a while and was just slowing down everything. Plus the whole underside doesn't need to be painted when you're not seeing it, just seeing, you know, the top and the sides. So I'm just going to take a paintbrush and later, you know, when the weather lets up, because it, you know, did later, and spray paint some, but for now just some acrylic and a paintbrush. I later apply that in the later parts of the video. You'll see that, but it will look a lot better clearly with the thumbnail as an example. And here's the underside, making it the whole thing. I just wrap around and made it look like a web altogether. That way it's not just, you know, the blank white shirt trying to show off. The hot glue, as I was applying it, gives it a nice, like, sticky, wet, actual web look, and how it's like crisscross, where it's not just a clean wraparound, so it looks like a ball of yarn. And here's thicker rope I'm going to be using for the straps later. Right now, adding some more hot glue for that texture, and just to make sure it holds. Cam's just sort of standing there uselessly like, yes, this is string on a bowl, the world's largest bowl of string. And here again, just showing it off, trying to, it's hard to see with the camera, but trying to show off the texture that hot glue gave.